Want to get out of knowing time, get to hear this and receive this. Another one for the working class and for the younger ones especially, because this something that's going to be new to y'all and it's still new to me in some way, but I learned how to control it, how to wake up every day and really sit back and just getting up. It's not right by putting your 100% in your work. No, we're not discussing that. The small things lead to big things. Just getting out of bed. You're going to go through it. Everybody going to have it, and everybody do it. But it's how you do it and how many times you do it and what it actually become, like I talked about before, being known for something. You don't want to be known for a person who take off a lot. So we understand that. But the things that lead to that, there's so many challenges in your way, but the goal is 40 hours, Monday through Sunday, if you need it. It requires of you. How do you actually put yourself in a state of mind to understand, to keep on racking up the racks and keep on understanding how do you put one foot in front of the other, especially coming to some place that you don't want to be. You got to keep it real. Ain't nobody going to sit up here and say, dreams. Ain't nobody going to fake it with you. But once you learn how to master it and you actually understand what you're doing, you're going to learn to like it. Because you're going to get enjoyment of knowing that you actually could do something. So that's one easy way that worked for me. Now, find out what could work for you. It could be a lot of things that motivate you. It could be your bills, it could be your car, it could be your jewelry, but let it be something real. Now, real is anything that you actually really got to sit down and think hard on. I cannot humanly impossible to say what's real to another person. Because as you actually know in life, everybody has so many things to do. Everybody has so many qualities. So something that's real to you might not be as important to me. That don't make it not real. That make it something that's not a value of me. Because the only value that really holds is the value that's in the person holding the value. So if it's not value to me, I cannot never take nothing away and say it's not no value. But it's not value to me. So the same thing would go with real. Something that's real, it could be real, but it's not actually so important to me to fall on the real. Now, if that lost you a little bit, sit down and think about something that you cannot do without. It could be whatever, but you got to ask yourself this: how do it impact you coming, and how do it stop you from achieving? So if you sit back and say, man, I want to smoke and drink and I'm coming to work, if that motivates you, you got to ask yourself in one way. I'm going to sit back and tell you the best way. It ain't no other way around it. It ain't nothing the person could say. Ain't nobody could walk on water, could tell you nothing different. One way you could prove that this is really making you be all you could be and making sure you fulfill your 40 hours and actually sit back and really be motivated to come and execute this job, easy. Look back on the last month and ask yourself how many days you missed. Look back on the last week and ask you how many days you missed. Look back on the past year and ask you how many days you missed. If it ain't if it's something that just don't make sense, don't matter how you try to classify it, don't matter how you try to sum it up, oh, I ain't feeling it, no matter what, it will never no excuse when it's time to go to the club. If you ain't had no clothes, you ain't had no new shoes, if you ain't had no money to make it rain, you ain't go to the club. So, same thing with the job. If you ain't come to work, that means you didn't have what it takes. No ifs, ands, and buts about it. The only person you could be mad at is yourself, because at the end of the day, you stopped your own money. Because at the end of the day, that's number one reason, and the number two reason. Your money. Because at the end of the day, you learn more to make more money. You come for knowledge, so don't come for money. You come for knowledge. At the end of the day, it brings the money. So that's why don't work for the money. If you don't understand that, you don't understand nothing. You come for knowledge. So at the end of the day, don't scream out money. Money gonna come. Money always follow realness. Remember that. Money always follow realness. So don't look at a person who's faking because somebody gave it to them. At the end of the day, ask yourself, can they keep it if all hell break loose? And that answer is no. You know what happened. If you're coming from where we come from, you know what happened. It get took. So at the end of the day, let's keep it real. Do you have what it takes? It all boils down. Can you fight this challenge? There's a challenge. Don't look at it as got to be blood and bones and all this whatever. The simple fact that a person can outthink you, a person will really sit up here and get on your nerves knowing is one less competitor to deal with and make you feel like you actually accomplished something by not going to work. If you think it ain't funny, stay something. And when I say stay something, meaning stay doing what you got to do and watch how a person get mad at your crowd. Don't get it twisted. Don't be naive. If you ever pulled up on somebody shining, it's the same type of reaction when you grind. Remember that. Have a good one.